point present on the page number 6 of topic first is that distance time graph for non-uniform motion. We have seen what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion. Uniform motion means the object cover equal distance in equal interval of time, and non-uniform motion means object cover unequal distance in equal time interval. We have to draw the graph. The example is given: the bus cover unequal distance in equal interval of time, and we have to draw the graph. So we have to take time on x-axis and distance along the y-axis. You have to draw the graph. One activity is given to you on the page number 6. We have to draw the graph. In mathematics, we know that the horizontal line is called as x-axis, vertical line is called as y-axis. Take origin 0, 0, then take time interval 5, 10, 15, time in second. Take along the y-axis the distance in meter, that is 5, 10, 15, and according to this table you have to draw the graph. You can see here the distances are given 0, 7, 12. That is, this is not the table of 7. So the bus covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. That is, this time interval is same. You can see here 5, 10, 15, 20. This is the table of 5. That is, this time is same, equal time interval, but these distances, the difference between these distances are not same. So you can see here bus cover unequal distance in equal interval of time. If you draw the graph, take 0, 0, first point here, second point 5, 7, this is 5, you can count here 7. If you draw this graph on the graph paper, then it will be more accurate. I have drawn it randomly on this blackboard. Then take third point, 10, 12. You can see here, take 10 on x-axis and 12 on y-axis. And simply draw the graph, join the points. You can see here, the graph of non-uniform motion is of irregular shape, or you can say any shape. Irregular means it doesn't have any peculiar shape or particular shape. It is of any shape, irregular shape. When we see the graph of uniform motion, it is of a straight line. We have seen that. But non-uniform motion, the graph is of any shape or irregular shape. Now, next point is that you can see here, use your brain power. What is the question asked? In the distance time graph, what does the slope of straight line indicates? When we draw the graph of uniform motion of distance and time graph, then the slope indicates the velocity. How to calculate the slope? If you take, suppose in this graph, you have to take 2 points and slope means the ratio of y upon x. Slope means ratio of y upon x. If you take the slope of this graph, then also you can see y means distance and x means time. And we know that distance upon time is nothing but velocity, or you can say speed. So simply slope indicates the velocity, or you can say speed. Now next point is that use your brain power. What difference do you see in the distance time graph for uniform and non-uniform motion? What difference you will see? म्हणजे तुम्हाला फरक काय जाणवतो युनिफॉर्म मोशन आणि नॉन युनिफॉर्म मोशनच्या ग्राफ मध्ये? You can see that in uniform motion, distance time graph is a straight line, but in case of non-uniform motion, distance time graph is of irregular shape or any shape. Next point present on the page number 6 is velocity time graph for uniform velocity. A train is moving with a uniform velocity 60 km per hour for 5 hours. The velocity time graph for this uniform motion is as shown in figure. You can see in your textbook there is a graph given for you and 2 questions are asked. You can see here velocity is present on the y-axis and time is present on the x-axis. And you can see here the velocity is constant. That is, for first hour velocity is 60 km per hour, for second hour velocity is 60 km per hour, for third hour velocity is 60 km per hour. That is, velocity is not changes. That is, this is uniform motion of the train. Then first question is asked, with the help of this graph, how will you determine the distance traveled by the train between 2 and 4 hours? Then the answer of the first question is that we know that velocity is equal to distance upon time. But we have seen that velocity is related to displacement. That is, velocity is equal to displacement upon time. But sometime we will take velocity is equal to distance upon time. In this graph you can see displacement is not given. So you have to take distance upon time. Then how to find then distance? From this formula, time is present in the denominator. So on the other side it will goes for multiplication. So formula of distance, therefore distance is equal to velocity into time. Then from this graph, velocity of the train is 60 km per hour. So put this value 60 km per hour. Then time. The time traveled by the train between 2 and 4 hours. You can find out 4 minus 2, you will get 2. So multiply this velocity into 2. Therefore with the velocity into time you will get distance. Therefore 60 into 2 you will get 120 km. That is distance traveled by the train between T1 and T2 is 120 km. Then next question is there a relation between distance covered by the train between 2 and 4 hours and area of particular quadriangle? You can see here A, B, C, D. A, B, C and D. That is, you can see in the graph, is there a relationship between distance traveled by the train and area of quadriangle? This is A, B, C, D. Then what is the acceleration of the train? Now look at this figure. First find out area of quadriangle. You can see here, this is the rectangle. It is also called as quadriangle. So how to find the area of quadriangle? You can see here, area of quadriangle ABCD is equal to length into breadth. You know that the formula of area of rectangle, length into breadth. In this figure you can see this is the length and this is the breadth. So what is the length? You can see here, this distance is 60. You can take 60 km per hour and this is time in hour. So this will become kilometer. Then you can see here breadth. Then what is the breadth? 4 minus 2, that is 2. So you can take here 2. 60 into 2, you will get 120 km. So first we have find out distance traveled by the train between time T1 and T2. This is also 120 km and this is also 120 km. So what conclusion you will draw? That is, distance covered by the train is equal to area of quadriangle ABCD or area of rectangle ABCD is equal to distance covered by the train between T1 and T2. Next question is asked, what is the acceleration? We know that. What is the definition of acceleration? Acceleration means change in velocity with the time. But in this graph you can see there is no change in velocity. Velocity is constant. That is, velocity does not changes with the time. So acceleration is 0. Now next point present on the page number 7 is velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. We know that what is meant by acceleration? Change in velocity with the time is called as acceleration. Then what is meant by uniform acceleration? Change in velocity. That is, there is a change in velocity in equal amount, in equal interval of time is called as uniform acceleration. You can see the graph. The graph is already drawn in your textbook. Then what to find out? You can see here, this graph is also straight line. That is, this is not of any irregular shape or another shape. It is a straight line. We have also seen that for uniform motion, velocity time graph is also straight line, and for uniform accelerated motion also the velocity time graph is a straight line. You can see here the conclusion. What is the conclusion? First point, velocity time graph shows that the velocity changes by equal amount in equal interval of time. This is uniform accelerated motion. That is, there is a change in velocity in equal interval of time. That is, this velocity changes in equal amount, in equal interval of time. So you can see here, this is velocity and this is time. So you can see from this graph, this is uniform accelerated motion. That is, velocity changes in equal amount, in equal interval of time. Then what is next conclusion? Second, for uniform accelerated motion, velocity time graph is a straight line. Always remember, for uniform motion and as well as for uniform accelerated motion, the velocity time graph is a straight line. And what is the third conclusion? For non-uniform accelerated motion, the velocity time graph may have any shape. That is, it is of irregular shape. When you draw the graph of non-uniform accelerated motion, then velocity time graph is of any shape, that is irregular shape. It is a not straight line. Suppose from this graph we have to determine the distance covered by the car in 10th and 20th second. From the graph you can see that at 10th second the velocity of the car is 16 meter per second, and at 20th second the velocity of the car is 32 meter per second. Then first find out the average velocity of car. You know that in maths how to find the average. Add two quantities and divide by 2. That is, you have to add 32 plus 16 divided by 2. You will get 24 meter per second. Always remember, units are important in physics. That is, for velocity, units are meter per second. Then for force, unit is Newton. There are two different types of unit, SI unit and CGS unit. We have seen. For distance, unit is meter. You have to write the average velocity of the car 24 meter per second. After that, we know the formula. Velocity is equal to distance upon time. Then how to find the time? This time is for division, goes here for multiplication. Therefore, distance is equal to velocity into time. We know that velocity, what is the velocity? 24 meter per second. Then multiply it by time. If the car travels from 10 second to 20 second, then what is the time? 20 minus 10, you will get 10. So multiply 24 into 10, you will get 240 meter. This is the distance covered by the car between 10 and 20 in the second. We found out the distance covered by the car between 10th and 20th second. Now next point is that, check that similar to the example of train, distance covered by the car is given by the area of quadriangle ABCD. That is, we have to find out the area of this quadriangle. If this area of quadriangle is the same as that of distance covered by the car, we have to find out. How to find out? The equation is given. Area of quadriangle ABCD is equal to, you can see in this figure, A, B, then C and D. In this figure you can see there are two figures. This is a triangle and this is a rectangle. So addition of, you have to first find out the area of triangle and area of rectangle. Add these two areas, then you will get area of this whole figure, that is ABCD. You can see here area of quadriangle ABCD is equal to area of rectangle, you can see AECD plus area of, you can see here, triangle ABE. Triangle ABE. You can see in the figure, this is triangle and this is rectangle. Add these two areas, you will get area of whole this figure. Then how to find out the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. You can see here, length is, you can take this length, it is 16, and you can take the breadth, 20 minus 10, 10. You can see here 16 into 10. This is area of rectangle plus area of triangle ABE. You can see here ABE. How to find out the area of triangle? Half into base into height. This is the formula of area of triangle. So you can take here half into base into height. Then what is the base? Base is AE. You can see in the figure. And what is the value of AE? It is nothing but 20 minus 10, that is 10. You can write here base 10. And what is the height? You can see here, this point is at the 32, this point is at 16. Then subtract 32 minus 16, you will get 16. So height of the triangle is 16, base of the triangle is 10. So you can take here half into 10 into 16. Then 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. You can see here 16 5s are 80. Then 160 plus 80. You will get 240 meter. That is area of this quadrangle ABCD. You can see here in the figure 240 meter. That is the distance traveled by the car or distance covered by the car is the same as that of area of quadrangle ABCD. That is this area. And first we have find out directly the distance covered by the car between 10th second and 20th second. These two terms are same. So if you find out the area of this figure and directly find out the distance covered by the car between 10th and 20th second by using the formula distance is equal to velocity into time, then both answers are same. So you have to write a conclusion. Distance covered by the car is equal to area of quadrangle ABCD.